in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he lays it straight in. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Here's Holmgren.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
He hits the second from the line. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now, here's George. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I got a few minutes with Billy Donovan, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Assist from
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Now here's Giddey. Here's Buzelis. 6 on the shot clock. Williams with the steal. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Chicago grabs the miss. Now Buzelis. Over in the corner, White. There's the double team with George. To the wing right side. And it's Vucevic missing. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
for your Chicago Bulls.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. 6-point game. Here's Jones. Can't hit from in close. Pass to Hartenstein. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Here's Hartenstein. Oklahoma City moving it around. Williams shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
That's to Vucevic. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. The Thunder leading by 6. Here's Williams. Vucevic with the rebound. Here's Dosunmu. No good on the 3.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Pass to Holmgren. The 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
The size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. He could be really effective at any position on the floor.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Dosunmu. Jones, no one around him. Hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Ball with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 5 on the clock. Top of the key. Buzelis grabs the board. Bulls trail by 6. And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works for the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing here by 8. Wide up top. Back to Ball. It's good.
Again, big guards. That helps out. And Ball using that to his advantage on the inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Wiggins. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Wallace. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. for Oklahoma City. Hey, Bones, what do you think is a part of the game that some casual fans don't really understand that well?
Well, Kevin, outside of the contest right here in front of us, let's think about the long schedule that teams are dealing with. How many times the coaches employ different lineups and strategies so that by the end of the year, they have optionality in what they can do on the floor.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. Pass to Hartenstein, and the layup's good off the glass.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Dort playing unselfishly.
Here's Giddey. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with a coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 9. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
.103 left now here in the second. Wallace attacking. Rebound by the Bulls. Pass to Buzelis. Down low. Vucevic. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
A high IQ player. Vucevic has that sixth sense for when to cut after screening for a teammate.
Hartenstein inside. Can't cash in from close range. Bulls trail by 7. And it's ball in the corner. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Screen by Hartenstein. Out to the right wing. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Giddey. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 7-point differential. Out left to the wing. The wide open look here for Vucevic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And Vooch knows he can hit it off the pass. I love his confidence and quick trigger.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Pass to White. Vucevic with it. Just 4 to shoot. Back to White. Tipped away. Stolen by Dort. To the paint. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
You gotta dance like Amber. Let's hear it for you. Substitution for the Bulls. Jalen.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
D.A., the versatility. That is pretty special. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's a 10-point Oklahoma City lead.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander.
Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, Dave. David Aldridge from the sidelines. Now, here's George. And George with the stuff.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Garland, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Now here's Allen. Kessler with the rebound. The open look here for Sexton. And it's off from three-point range. It's been a slow start here for Cleveland. It's a 5-point game. Fires from the line. And another miss by Cleveland. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Caught up with Will Hardy a few minutes ago. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Markkanen. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Get the ball and go to work. Markkanen using his size to great effect inside.
Allen, that's good.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
DB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
Now, here's Garland. Stolen by Kessler. Down low. And finished off by Collins.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Markkanen, good. Markkanen's got 6.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Sexton's shot is good.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
.131 left to play in the first. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his...
We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Now here's Brunson. The 10-footer. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want. It just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
And it's White missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And, Richard, these teams both look to impose their will on the backboard.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it. And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Here's Towns. Buzelis grabs the board. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. You have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And that one's good. Brunson.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Here's Vucevic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
Now Buzelis, after Jalen Brunson missed it on that last three-pointer. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's Ball. That one drops for him.
Lots of quick moves inside by Ball to get into great position for the score.
Brunson scanning the floor. Rebound by the Bulls. White left side. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Pass to Giddey. Now here's White. Shot clock at 6. High post Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So both teams changing it up here. New York trailing. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Brunson outside.
2 minutes remaining.
For 3, Bridges. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Hart's got 5.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
Now here's Vucevic. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout. So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Williams. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Towns with the steal. Right wing. Back to Payne. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the paint. Here's Smith. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort. Knicks on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. The putback is no good. Bulls trail by 7. Outside, Jones. And Bridges with the block.
Great defense by Bridges. He has so much pride on that end.
The dunk by Achua.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Here's Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
And so it's New York heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And stolen by Payne. And now the Knicks on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Inside. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And you'd like to see Buzelis use that size inside rather than just settle for the jump shot.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, DA. Thank you. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Pass to Herter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 19-foot shot. Robinson pulls it in. New York leading by 7. Here's McBride. Now here is Robinson. Defended by Jones. 2 points. That one goes. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
To the inside. Here's Robinson. Robinson. It's good on the putback.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to Jones. Over to the left wing. Herter with it. Still scoreless. A 3. Again, the miss by Jones. The Knicks leading by 11. Here's Robinson. The kick out to Anunoby. They grabbed their own miss. The second effort. Bridges outside. Pass to Achua. And they get it back. It's stolen by Jones. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. There's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Pritchard for the Bulls, just one playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectable. But with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
Ball. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Bulls got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Bulls. Brunson, left side. Nice. Brunson working inside.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to talk to his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. Bulls trail by 11. And here's White. No scoring in this one. And the Bulls with another miss. Towns down low. And Towns throws it down.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
52 seconds left here in the second. Here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. Brunson with it. Defended by Giddey. To the middle. Here's Achiuwa. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points for Precious Achiuwa.
Oh, what a find. The ball just comes out of Brunson's hands on time.
Down low. And it's Giddey in the corner. Here's Buzelis. Back to Giddey. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. White, good.
And love the commitment from White. He took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Now Brunson. Here he goes. Vucevic with the block. And so it's the New York Knicks. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll return shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Chicago again turning it over.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Hits it from three-point range. Anunoby's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Brunson's got 9.
Keeping his hands active. Brunson able to knock it away and convert. How about the effort? No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Now here's Herter. Still yet to score. Ball feeling it out a bit. And another miss by Chicago.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And the Bulls with another miss. Here's New York. 15 points in a row. A good run right now. Pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
Outside, White. Over Bridges. And it's White missing. Smooth sailing for New York. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Pass to Towns. Bridges, no one around him. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
White with it. Now guarded by Towns. A shot. That one wide left.
And the defense was all over him once he got in close. Didn't want him to get too comfortable.
Some nice passing by New York here. And it's Brunson missing. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Outside, Ball. And the Bulls with another miss. A minute 20 left to play here in the third. Pass to Hart. And it's White with the rebound.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Herter. He has yet to score. To the middle. White bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Outside, Carter. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Anunoby. They get it back. Pass to Hart. Bridges for 3. No good there. And here's ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Dosunmu with it. Towns. With the steal. Hart with it. He's picked up by White. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Towns. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can tell this is a priority for Brunson. He wants everyone involved.
Pass to Dosunmu. They need this one. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And so it's the New York Knicks with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Payne with it. Pass to McBride. Here's Achua. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
On the wing, Jones. And here's Collins. Here's Smith. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now, here's Achua. Wants to get it to Robinson, and does. And Robinson throws it down.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Pass to Smith. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Knicks?
Well, look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
The free throw drops for Smith. So both teams making some changes here. Both good from the line that time. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. To the paint. Stolen by Collins. And here's Jones. Launches a three. The rebound by McBride.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Robinson with the block. Now Payne to the inside. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Smith with it. Over McBride. And it's Smith missing.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Pass to Shamet. No good on the three. Here's Chicago. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Horton Tucker. And again, no good by Chicago. And that one is hammered home.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Inside, the kick out to Ball. The drive by Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
When he's within range, Vooch is going at the rim, and he's going at it hard.
Down low. The dunk by Achua.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Stolen by Robinson. Right side. Pass to McBride. Right outside. Robinson on the wing. Clock at 6. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Knicks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Karl Anthony Towns.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
McCourty, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
At the line for one, Coby White.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Hey, Greg, Coby White has proven he can run the show.
Yeah, well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
White, wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. Here's Dadier. And then Robinson slams it in.
Assist goes to
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Pass to McBride. Back to Robinson. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Nick substitution.
Now Robinson. Vucevic defending.
P.J. Tucker.
Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Josh Giddey.
It goes on Josh Giddey.
Personal foul.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Here's Giddey. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to